Good morning. Today we are going to talk about the second tactic of a lifelong genius. And let me quickly share my screen and get started with what we have as a second tactic of a lifelong genius. This is Arshia Sultana, and I am volunteering for Agility Redefined. And we are doing this series over 21 days on the 5 a.m. motivation. And today we are going to talk about the second tactic of a lifelong genius, which is the 90-90 by 90-91 rule. In the next 90 days, invest the first 90 minutes of your day in one activity that, when you completed at world class, will cause you to own your field. Yes, that is about the 90 by 90 by 1 rule. uh, it takes time to achieve mastery over any subject, and essentially 90 days is the period where you can measure where you were and where you have got, and how much you have improved. So next 90 days, be consistent with whatever you want to achieve. Spend 90 minutes every day without missing it, and only focus on that one thing that you want to achieve for yourself. And for in this regard, I'm going to be sharing some tips and techniques and some ideas on what is it that you can pursue over the next 90 days. And however, this is not an exhaustive list. You may want to achieve something which is not in this list. And if that is the case, please do let me know. Uh, so we may be trying to achieve mastery with a certain subject, or whichever field we are part of. We may be trying to achieve discipline. It could be achieving professional growth over the next 90 days, or a pursuit of personal growth, or achieve a work life balance, or achieve financial stability. So, I'm going to give you some motivation around these topics. First of all, when we talk about achieving mastery, I am reminded of Picasso's story. And mastery is essentially your passion plus skill. If you have the skill but you don't have passion for it, you may not be able to pursue the mastery. Same goes for the uh, same goes for the skill also. If you don't have if you are not very much skilled on a particular subject, but you have a high passion for it, again it is not going to help. And in order to achieve mastery, it takes a lifelong dedication. So the Picasso story is like this. Pablo Picasso, a Spanish painter, he's world famous for his great artwork. And who doesn't know Picasso, right? So Picasso showed a passion and a skill for drawing from an early age. And there's a story, legend has it that Pablo Picasso was sketching in the park when a woman approached him. "It's you, Picasso, the great artist. Oh, you must sketch my portrait." And she insisted. So Picasso agreed to sketch her. After studying her for a moment, he used a single pencil stroke to create her portrait, and he handed the woman his work of art. So women gushed. She said, "It's perfect. You managed to capture my essence in one stroke, in one moment. Thank you. How much do I owe you?" And Picasso said $5,000. $5,000 is a very big amount in those times. Even now, right? Uh, and the woman was like surprised, shocked. "What? How could you want so much money for this picture? It only took you few seconds to draw it." To which Picasso responded, "Madame, it took me my entire life." Right? So the moral of this story is that mastery takes time. And it's not as simple as quickly picking up a skill here and getting some education there. Mastery involves effort, intention, and discipline. So pick up whatever subject or skill you want to achieve mastery on, and just give all your energy to it. Of course, remembering the first tactic, do this practice within your tight bubble of total focus. Next, if you are trying to achieve discipline with something, the best discipline is self-discipline. And I'm reminded of Plato when I talk about self-discipline. Uh, he says the first and best victory is conquer self, right? So, Plato, he was a Greek philosopher and he founded the Platonist school of thought and academy. According to Plato, self-discipline is essential, whereby a person should be temperate and master of himself or herself and ruler of his or her pleasure and passions. So you should be ruling your pleasures and passions and not letting those rule you. Talking about achieving professional growth, it is more important than ever to start investing in your professional growth because uh, you don't know, what's there lying for you in the in future, and it's never too late to invest in your careers. You can make today the beginning of the year where you dedicate yourself to your career. Organize your work, make a list of things, keep journals, track your goals from time to time, and introspect on these two questions. The first is what I want to achieve in the next year and what I have already achieved this year. This will help you to assess the gap and you can focus on that. We want to achieve a lot of things and we don't want to wait, right? We want everything at the snap of our fingers, uh, and we are so used to not having patience with things that this impatience have built onto everything. Technology has made knowledge easily accessible, but to achieve the real professional growth, just the knowledge is not enough. You need to practice so that you continue to test yourself and gauge where you are in the process of your professional growth. It's a continuous journey. Achieving personal growth. This is very important because if you don't have personal growth, everything else may not work for you. So remember that you are your only competition. Just compete against yourself. No comparisons with others. No matter what, you can develop persistence by facing the challenges and obstacles in your life. In order to be persistent, you need to develop a positive mental attitude. If you feel like you have lost that balance and positive attitude, work with a coach or mentor. Cultivate a growth mindset. Don't let the situations take control of you. Learn to take control of the situations. And lastly, the focus on all five areas of personal growth. Personal growth is not just achieved through meditation or certain practices, right? There are five important areas that you need to be focusing on to achieve an overall personal growth. The first one is your mental health. So engage in exercising your brain and improve your mental fitness, social connections, and relationships is the second one. Self improvement is not a solitary pursuit. We are not alone, right, in this world. We needed people when we were born, and we will need people when we die. The third is spiritual growth. Spirituality is about investing in a deeper understanding of our own self in the world around us. So it helps us to get to know ourselves so that we can uncover our values. The fourth one being emotional health. Emotional health often goes hand in hand with emotional intelligence. Simply saying emotional intelligence is the ability to understand feelings. But beyond these feelings, it's also about understanding how those feelings shape our thoughts and actions. By having a better control of your own emotions, you can better understand and empathize with someone else's emotions. Last but not the least, the fifth area is your physical health. A healthy body is very important as it nourishes a healthy mind. Few aspects related to physical health is nutrition, sleep, exercise, and movement. Talking about work-life balance, the first thing we need to look at is our priorities. Do we have our priorities right? And in getting your priorities right, you need to be able to say no to what is not important and urgent as of now. It is not about who is asking for it. It is about what is being asked and is it important and urgent as of now. right? The second is taking breaks. Often you need to switch off or pause and refresh. You cannot just, keep going. You need to define a certain way of working and give yourself a well deserved break, short breaks at regular intervals. Self management. Manage the expectations that you have from yourself. Sometimes we expect too many things from us, from ourselves, right? I can do this, I can do that, I want to achieve this, I'm falling behind on this by so many days, months, etc. You need to sufficiently manage yourself, but it can be challenging. And if you want to achieve too many things in too short period of time, it's going to be really very difficult. Remember, Rome was not built in a day. Give yourself time to breathe, time to take some rest. It takes time to do our best. And managing our time effectively between work and personal responsibilities is going to require help and support from our family members, from our team members. And so, as and when you need the help and support, ask for it. Don't expect that, people will understand and they will reach out to you saying, hey, do you need any help? It's not going to happen. You have to ask for the help that you need. And don't try to push yourself too hard. A very, very important aspect is financial stability. When you don't have to worry about finances, or how do you how to prepare, or how to work so that you get your next meal, um, the other things are not going to work for you. You need to achieve a certain financial stability. So what I recommend is achieve stability for at least next 6 months. Make sure you have enough savings to manage your expenses for the next 6 months. We are hearing news about layoffs, and it's a hard reality in this VUCA world. We cannot be certain of anything, be it your full time job or your full time business. If you don't have this financial stability, see what you can do to build this stability for you so that you are not worried about bills every month. This will allow you to focus on other things that are important to grow and succeed. Know your risk tolerance. You have a monthly budget for yourself. Risk tolerance means the degree of loss you can endure within this budget, or it could be your savings or investments. Don't go beyond this risk tolerance level. You can postpone some of the wants for the later. Benefits and perks. This is very important and often neglected by, especially by employees who are working in organizations, where they are only bothered about the salary amount that gets credited every month. But you need to think about the benefits and perks that is part of your compensation, right? Think beyond money. Think about the benefits and perks that are available for you. Your compensation is not just made of monetary value, right? It also includes certain benefits such as reimbursements for your medical health checkups, your education, your health and fitness subscription, your vision and dental checkups. uh, some organizations also offer you discounts on shopping at particular places, right? We also receive some child care benefits such as access to a free daycare center or education facility for our kids. So try to make use of all these benefits so that you don't have to spend money on everything. Bringing it all together, all I want to say is that for the next 90 days, they block yourself time on for the 90 minutes as a focus time, and invest in the one thing that will change your life. So in a nutshell, whatever you're trying to achieve, be consistent, persevere, and do not give up. Write down what is the one thing that you want to invest in your 90 minutes over the next 90 days, and just get started. So thank you. With this note, we will end this session here. Thank you so much and all the best for your wishes. And I hope they all come true.